First things first, I quickly want to say I am very sorry for this Ace of Diamond review being up late on a Wednesday. I know it came out on Monday, but let me explain. So, if you did not know, I was playing The Walking Dead on Monday, and I wanted to finish it up, because it was a good story. I wanted to finish it before Halo 5 came out. Well, I went to sleep right after that, and I woke up, I started playing Halo 5, because it's a new game. I wanted to play the campaign, and I beat it yesterday night. So, I'm just letting you all know, that is why Ace of Diamonds was late. Next week on Monday, Ace of Diamonds will be out on a Monday. But I'm just letting you know that's kind of why Ace of Diamonds was late. Because I was playing Halo all day yesterday and I was playing Walking Dead on Monday trying to finish that story up. Okay, so now that I clarified that, this is the first time I've ever done a episode review of Ace of Diamonds. And this is definitely not the last because I love this series and this episode was the embodiment of hype. The ending scene of this episode, when you see all our characters just huddling up and when they put their hands in the air, that was a beautiful moment, and that is one of the main reasons why I love Ace of Diamonds so much, because it knows how to use its characters to really build up the hype, and it knows how to really drive its story with these characters, especially with letting us know the situation with both sides of the upcoming match. And that's what really makes this series excel in my mind when I am watching it. Like, when I was binge watching this, and I was seeing these different teams that, Sato has to go up against, and understanding their situation or problems that they have to deal with, or whatever they had to deal with their coach, or their personal issues, seeing that type of side of the other team, it really lets you understand what both sides are fighting for, and how hard they have trained to really overcome their challenges. And to see that final scene at the end, when Miyuki starts saying, like, who has trained hard, like, who has put blood and sweat into this daily? You have. And I mean, just the entire the speech that Miyuki did was worthy of a team leader. I'm loving how Miyuki has just developed as a team leader compared to how he was at the beginning. He was just very unaware of what he wanted to do. He did not know what decisions he should make as a team leader. And now seeing him take this role upon himself, saying stuff like that, it's just so beautiful to see his character development of how far it has come. But let's get off of that. Let's talk about some of the main things building up. So, majority of this episode was setting up for the upcoming match between Sato versus Oga, and that's usually the standard fashion we're kind of used to when it comes to Ace of Diamond. It takes a couple episodes, maybe 2 to 3 episodes, to build up the next match after a match concludes, and that's kind of what this has been doing for the past couple episodes. And to see what's going on here, especially with this upcoming team that's been kind of trained to build their bodies up, they're on a certain diet to where they eat a certain food to be able to build up muscle. It's just incredible to see how certain teams are so different compared to others. I mean, I guess that's to be expected, but it really shocks you when you see how Sato, what their type of training is, of how they really push themselves. They train every day, they swing all the time. I mean, all this different training they do, but then you go to these other teams like Oga, for instance, and how they train. They focus on a really well-balanced diet while they eat, and it builds up their strength to where they're able to hit hard, and we saw that in the last match. So yeah, I feel like, besides that though, there is a couple of things I feel like that's been building up this season, and I do want to address, because it was apparent in this episode, and it does correlate with what this episode is. So, as we know, the second coach, or the coach underneath our main coach, I forget his name because I'm just not a big fan of him. I think his name is Ochiai or whatever, but our other coach that's been sneaking in being a snake, I know the way it's going, when our main coach, Katoka, finally steps down, that coach is going to be a lot of issues. He's probably going to change the entire team, change their play styles, their rhythm, their form, and it's going to break them to where they're not going to be worth the shit. I could see an arc wrapping around that in the future. When the coach does finally leave, he finally resigns, because he says in this episode that he's done. Regardless, he cannot take back what he did, and so he will resign no matter what. And he says he wants to take steps to move on for his future, so I wonder what that's going to be. I mean, if it's a career plan, and if the coach is wanting to make his career, further his career, I have no issue with that. I mean, if that's what he wants to do, the man's got to do what he's got to do. If that is his career choice, it's kind of sad to see him go, but I mean, if he's going to go to some form of well-known baseball team and help them out, maybe he might go to college baseball, one or the other, maybe something like that, but I'm kind of sad to see him go, and so knowing that he will leave eventually, it's sad, but we got to give the man some credit. I mean, look what he's done this season, how much he's helped them, even though the man is resigning. I mean, think about this. Usually when people leave or they resign, they give in their resignation, they don't really give a shit anymore about what they have to do at that job, if they're done with that said job. I know many people that have done that, personally. And to see how he continues to do what he has to do as a coach and goes the extra leap and bounds, like the extra mile, just to do what he can do for his students or the people underneath him, it really goes to show you how great of a coach he is and how much he has put into this team. And as I said just earlier on in this video, that other coach, I feel like he's just going to fuck up everything. And I feel like all the baseball players, our team, is going to go on strike against the coach and not even want to play, or they're probably not going to do anything at all because he changes their form and just ruins what they have. I mean, look what happened with our other characters, like, you know, oh, don't use your wooden bat, that's an order, or you shouldn't, you know, be a switch hitter. I mean, so many different things that this coach has tried to sneak in, and also how he looks down on Sawamura, puts him down saying he's useless, and just so many other ways to kind of consider the way he looks at the team. There's going to be a time in the future to where he's probably going to fuck up the entire team. He's going to realize that him as a coach, just because he's a coach does not mean he has the final authority of what he should do. For instance, he should not force the players to do something they cannot do or something that will not work just because he thinks it'll work. So yeah, episode of Ace of Diamonds, pretty damn good. As always, I cannot wait to see this match. It sucks I've caught up to the series because I miss binge watching this so much. I missed watching an entire match in one go. It was just so fun. And to see now that I've caught up, it's sad. I'm glad I'm caught up. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad I'm caught up, but it's sad to see I can't binge watch these matches anymore because I am caught up. So you all have a wonderful day or nights wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.